two dudes fighting, and then one of the dudes pulled a gun out on the other dude, and I stood frozen in the bathroom doorway because I didn't know what to do.
Incidents like the one at Eastern High School in Middletown yesterday. That's Eastern student high schooler Serenity Carr telling the night team last night about the concerns among JCPS families and what she witnessed. An Eastern High School student brought a gun to school yesterday inside a backpack. JCPS says it fell out during a fight in the lunchroom. Because of incidents like the one at Eastern, calls for improved safety measures at Kentucky schools are back again. Today, several students met with the Kentucky Education Commissioner recommending changes. WHS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton are in Frankfort with the family's concerns, talking to education leaders.
Well, many of the conversations in Frankfort today circled around issues like the one we saw right here at Eastern High School this week, a gun found in the school. The topic of metal detectors and other safety measures discussed once again. From tweets posted by JCPS board members to parents and students telling us they don't feel safe.
No metal detectors, no nothing is in that school.
This school is too big for what they have. They cannot control this.
Katie Giovanelli and her daughter Serenity, an Eastern High student, say tough questions need to be asked. They believe safety measures have to be ramped up. One board member talked about metal detectors. I know the conversation of clear backpacks has been there too. What are your thoughts at this point in time specifically to JCPS?
Well, I think the questions around metal detectors is a complex one. In some ways it does create greater safety inside the building because you can vet and evaluate what's being carried in. On the other hand, it's argued that it creates a choke point where you have a bunch of people that you know are gathered outside a secure area. So there are pros and cons to that decision.
Kentucky Department of Education Commissioner Jason Glass says the jury is still out on whether metal detectors are the right route for the state's largest public school district. We talked to him right after his Student Advisory Council, made up of high schoolers across the state, presented safety recommendations to him and lawmakers like Representative James Tipton. One of them was Spadana Pavalouri.
Having someone who does have a firearm or does pose such a big threat, it's huge. It could affect so many students.
She goes to manual, but says the number of guns found inside JCPS students' backpacks in recent years is too high to ignore. And while she says root causes need to be addressed, she admits security measures like metal detectors need to at least be in the conversation.
Now, as I feel like mass shootings have just continued to become more prevalent, it's something that I couldn't even see being considered that crazy.
Meanwhile, Representative Tipton tells us it's certainly an option for the General Assembly to look into, but he says it'll likely have to wait until they talk budget in 2024 session. In Louisville, Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
The Advisory Council today released a full set of recommendations for the schools to consider. Before an incident, they encouraged three things. First, promote the STOP TIPLINE, a way for students to anonymously report concerning behavior. The council says most students showed warning signs before attacks but were never reported. Number two, improve intervention rates. The Secret Service reports 71% of attackers were disciplined before the incident, but only 23% were never referred to counseling or mental health evaluations. And lastly, the council is supporting gun control. The council fully supports adding a mental health evaluation when buying a firearm.